is up, Bills Mafia? We have 325 days to go, 272 days. We have 263 days. We have 240 days to go. We have 198. We have 154 days. We have 97 days to go. We have 86 days to go. We have 55 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57.
And now it is time for the only channel dedicated to counting down the days until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57.
I just don't know if they're going to make it.
What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 23 days until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. And this channel is going to document every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a live stream. Every day I'm going on, and it's not ending on Sunday. It is not going to end on Sunday. As much as my wife wishes it could end on Sunday. Yeah, she's not a big Bills fan. She's not a sports fan. She would love it if I could come back upstairs and do the dishes and help her with the laundry. But she understands. She's a good woman. She has a great heart. A lot of patience. And she probably has a boyfriend on the side too. It's okay. I understand she's got to do what she's got to do. During the football season, if you're a wife or a girlfriend of a Bills fan and you're not a fan yourself, you got to get through the football season somehow. And if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. What's up, Dave? Bob and Joe, my best buds. 3 of my best buds. And this show is sponsored by Bob Marsh. All right. So we've been mulling this game over and over in our minds. We've been thinking about, what could happen. Can the Bills stop Joe Burrow? Can Josh Allen play a typical big-time Josh Allen game like we need him to, where he just balls out? MVP caliber. Can he do that? Can the Bills defense without... Oh boy, Dave. Easy. Can the defense make the stops they need to make without Von Miller in there? Can our coaches draw up some game plans, effective game plans to stop the top 3 receivers for the Cincinnati Bengals? Can we get pressure on Joe Burrow? I think that question kind of is already answered because, as you probably already know, the Bengals are without 3 top starting offensive linemen. I mean, come on. Left tackle Jonah Williams, out. Right guard Alex Kappa, out. They were already without La'el Collins. He's been out since 2016 with a torn ACL in his left knee. So, not that I'm celebrating injuries, but I'm celebrating injuries. I'm sure they're happy that we're going into this game without Von Miller. I'm sure they're happy that we're going into this game without Micah Hyde. And I'm sure they're hoping that we don't have Jordan Phillips. And there's another guy that's injured on the injury report. I forget who it was. Let me see who that was real quick. Jordan Phillips. And I don't know. Somebody else. Doesn't matter. Anyway. And if there's any other news out there that I'm missing. Oh, Daquan Jones. That's it. Daquan Jones. Jordan Phillips question. I pulled up a website and it says here, Bills list 2 players questionable versus Bengals. Stephon Diggs out of Friday's practice. I'm sure that was just like a vet rest day. Yes. Okay. And that headline scared me for a second there. I don't need to find out that Stephon Diggs slipped on the ice in his, front porch or something like that. Anyhow, this little quick stream is going to be about predictions. My predictions. Everybody likes predictions, right? Everybody likes to kind of throw stuff out there, throw it against the wall, and hope it sticks so they look brilliant. And that's what I'm doing tonight. I'll be getting that in just a second. And then I'm going to talk about what I think the Bills should do on defense to maybe, just maybe, slow this wide receiver trio that they have that's pretty doggone good. First, let's check out what you guys are saying. Mafia Sports Report. What's up, buddy? Go Bills. Go Bills! Boom! Boom! Mafia Sports Report. If you guys haven't checked them out, I'm sure you already have. But definitely go over there and say a hello. And, of course, subscribe. This is for you, Mafia Sports Report. All right. Sorry. That's why I don't have a lot of subscribers and a lot of people watching. Back to what you guys are saying real quick. Icky Woods is out. Yeah, I know. He's at the supermarket getting cold cuts. Woo! Gonna get some cold cuts today. Bengals get no cold cuts on Sunday. That is for sure. Oh, Craig! There you are! Craig, you won the 50-50, brother. The front four must take it to Joe as the Buffalo cornerbacks are good at one-on-one. They'll do fine. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But before I go any further, Craig, you won the 50-50. The little spinning thing that I did, $75. I need your Venmo. Let me know what it is so I can get that to you. All right? Aight. Some conversation here. Bob wants to know what is Poyer saying. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Poyer kind of expecting that this could be his last home game for the Bills. All right. I'll save my, defensive game plan scheme that I think would be brilliant to the end of this. I really want to just get to my predictions. They're fun, like I said, and this is the stream, this is the video that if you predict the score exactly right, I'll send you a hat and a pullover. No one has gotten it yet. But it makes it fun, makes it challenging. So if you get the score exactly right, I'm going to send you a hat and a pull over. Okay, and I want Salen's hot dogs. That's what you want for your win? Is that what you're saying? All right. Predictions. All right. I'm going to get deep. I'm going to take a bunch of players from the Bengals, predict what they're going to do on Sunday, and then get back and talk about it. Then we'll do the fun predictions and what I think the Buffalo Bills players are going to do. We're going to start with our Bengals. Here's what I think the Bengals, some of the players, are going to do on Sunday. Let's start out with our favorite Bengals player, Tyler Boyd. I see him snagging 5 passes for 44 yards, but I also see him fumbling deep in Bills territory. I don't know why. Next, Hayden Hurst. He's going to catch 3 balls for 25 yards, and he will get into the end zone. 5 receptions and 49 yards for T. Higgins. Buffalo will pretty much keep him at bay, but not so much with Jamar Chase. He'll catch 9 balls, almost get 100 yards, and he will get into the end zone. They're going to feed the ball to Joe Mixon. 17 rushes, 67 yards, 4 receptions for 22 yards. And then we've got Joe Cool. He's going to have a good game. 28 of 44, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he is going to be intercepted twice. And as for the Bengals defense, they're going to make some big plays. I see them getting 2 sacks, an interception, and forcing a fumble. I almost gave them a defensive touchdown, but I just can't do it. All right, there you go. Some little quick, fun little predictions of what I think the Bengals players are going to do. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, they don't run the ball very well, so they're not going to. Well, I think they're going to have to, because I think our defensive game plan is going to be centered around keeping the ball out of their receivers' hands. So I see them trying to feed the ball to Mixon, trying to kind of limit the amount of possessions the Bills get. And they're just going to try to mixing it all day. And, he'll average, what was that? Maybe 3.2 yards a carry or something like that. Won't have a great day on the ground, but they're going to try to also loosen up that secondary, bring them in so they can hopefully get some passes off to Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball effectively enough against the Bills, especially with Jordan Phillips in there, if he plays, and it looks like he's trending that way, to be able to effectively get the Bills to start to move up, to stop the run, to loosen up that secondary. So I sound a little bit like I know what I'm talking about, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Joe Burrow's going to have a good game. He's going to have a solid game. I see them having, this is a good football team. This is not, a push-over football team. This is probably a top 5 team. It's the playoffs, baby. It's the playoffs. Playoffs? It's the playoffs. And so don't expect, the Bengals to come in here flat. I hope they do, but they're probably going to play some great football. And they're going to get some big plays. And Joe Burrow's going to, I think, be over 250 yards passing. But the way the secondary has been stepping up, Trey White, Kaiir Elam, thank goodness, right? Let's hope that Kaiir Elam has a great game. I like Dean Marlowe. I'm glad we got Dean Marlowe at the safety position. I'm very happy with that. I think that's a bit of an upgrade from our boy, Damar Hamlin. God bless him. That's a whole other thing. Is Damar Hamlin going to be there? Can you imagine this game? Can you imagine being there, the energy? Oh, we got to win this thing. We just have to win this game. So that's my predictions for the Bengals. Let's roll on over and see what I think the Bills are going to do Sunday against the Bengals. There we go. It's looking like Isaiah McKenzie will be back in the lineup, so he'll have 4 receptions for 25 yards, and then he'll do a couple end arounds and get about 11 yards. I don't see him being that effective. On the ground, I see Devin Singletary getting 8 rushes for 38 yards and 2 receptions for 9 yards. James Cook will have 4 rushes for 27 yards, and he'll have 1 reception for 22 yards. Through the air, Dawson Knox, 6 catches, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Gabe Davis has a pretty good game, 5 receptions, 70 yards, and he'll get in the end zone. Stephon Diggs, 8 receptions, 77 yards, and he'll get in the end zone. And our boy Josh Allen is going to go 30 for 41, 278 yards. He's going to have 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. But the big thing is he is going to take what the Bengals give him. He'll rush 12 times for almost 100 yards. That's going to be the key factor in this game. And the Bills defense will have some big plays, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. It's going to be pretty city. And so my final score for this game, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be close. It's going to be a nail biter. It's going to make all of us sick to our stomachs, waiting to see if the Bills can pull it out. And they will. By a final score of 38-27. There you go. It looks like in the chat, like pretty much a lot. Got Joe saying 38-23. Joe and I are real close there. Patrick, 27-20. Mafia Sports Report, 37-21. Craig, 35-21. I mean, I think we're all kind of in the same mindset. Like Buffalo's going to put their first complete game together in a while and take care of business. We see the Bengals scoring. We see the Bills scoring more. The only thing that makes me nervous is I have felt like this every stinking week going into games. Like this is the game where the Bills are going to finally put it all together, and then they don't. They come out like gangbusters, pile up a 14-0 lead on these teams, 17-0 last week, and then suddenly disappear. I don't know what that's all about, but that has been their MO. And I don't want their MO to be that this week, of course, because if they don't put this team away when they have the opportunity, right? I could see the Bills maybe up 24-20, and then scoring to make it 31-20. And then we need to score again to make it 38-20. And then Joe Burrow and company get like a late touchdown, make it 38-27. I kind of see a game not unlike the AFC Championship game from 2 seasons ago where the Bills took a 9-0 lead and then the Chiefs just said, this is our game. This is our game. Advance says 34-28. My heart would not be able to take that. That would be a tough one. Keith Jasper, 41-27. Pop some of these up here. Craig, 35-21. 210 calls a pick six. Who's it going to be? 210? Anybody? Who do you think is going to get a pick six if the Bills get a pick six? There you go. X Factor is Josh Allen. He's a mobile QB. Burrow is not mobile. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Josh Allen is he's just going to do everything he can to, pull this out. And that means running the ball, running the ball, running the ball. All right. So I'm going to give you my quick kind of take on what I think the Bills should do to slow the Bengals offense down, although I think they're going to kind of slow themselves down. Because, listen, the Bengals, I've gone through their season. They have not exactly been world beaters. There are a number of games where Joe Burrow didn't have a really great game. They didn't score a lot of points. They didn't move the ball that much. And in reading up on the websites out of Cincinnati, they seem to have the same sort of concerns about their Bengals as we do here about our Bills. Like, they just don't make it happen when they need to make it happen. Oh, Elon bringing back an interception for a touchdown. That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet. Bob Marsh says Buffalo number 2 in offense and defense. Bengals 7 and 26 and number. Yeah, I saw that. Like Buffalo ranks really high in a lot of categories. We got the better team. We have the better team. So as long as the Bills can make a couple mistakes, I think that's fine. But if they don't make crucial mistakes at crucial times of the game, then we'll be good. Otherwise, just watch Milano's missed tackle on 4th and 8. No more of that, please. Yeah, he's missed a couple like that. I mean, I guess even the greatest players will kind of miss tackles now and then. But yeah, no. And I just see this defense just obviously. I mean, this is it. This is it. every game, this is it. Like, it is it until next week. Then that game is it. But finally, I just want to throw this out there. I called, or I didn't call, I sent a Twitter tweet to Jeremy from WGR, and I said, listen, man, what do you think about the Bills, like, rushing 3 or even just 2 at certain times of the game and just flood that secondary with a bunch of defensive backs, especially with the Bengals offensive line hobbled like they are? We might only need to rush 3. Have Edmonds, even Rousseau, kind of in those lanes. Rousseau can drop back a little bit. I don't know. One thing is for sure, I don't want Jamar Chase catching slants. I don't want T. Higgins going over the middle, snagging passes 15 yards downfield. Let him feed the ball to Joe Mixon. That's good enough for me. They don't have a very good run game. So take away their pass game. That's how I look at it. It's totally how I look at it. All right, kids. I got a bar to do. Working hard on it here. Got to get this thing ready for Super Bowl 57. So I'm going to get going, do some priming, do some painting, and get ready because the game's starting tomorrow. The games are starting tomorrow. I see the Niners winning, and I see the Giants winning. Buffalo Bills, New York Giants, Super Bowl 57. Are you for real? I don't care who they play as long as they get there. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, Buffalo!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
Come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now.